So now Muhammad Hijab is coming to this man, trying to school him. How we know the meaning or confirm it? Through the hadith of 7 ahruf, but the 7 ahruf have nothing to do with the meaning. What are you talking about? They just tell you how many Quran there is. And if we go and check right now, you can find, if you search right now, how many reading for Al-Fatiha? Search in English. Let me do it. You will find that there are 10. How many way of reading for Al-Fatiha? Let us see if we can find in English. So if you go here, you will see this. Let me translate. Reading Surah Al-Fatiha with the 10 reading. Do you see how many? 10. So what we just heard them saying 7. There is 10 lesser 10, which means that like the word is small, and then 10 bigger. What does that mean? What a stupid religion. A small chapter is not even, 30 words. Why we need 10 different reading using 10 different words? What for? I remember Mimi Hijab is coming to this guy. All the drama here is just to tell him that we need to go to the hadith. Otherwise, we will not understand.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm saying, yeah, I've just said the Quran does not say that.
My criteria
No, hold on.
is Quran only.
I understand this, but here's the point. Now you have in front of you different readings of the Quran. You have Hafs and Asim, Warsh and Nafi' and others that are proliferated around the Ummah. How do you explain the differences in those qira'at if the Quran is meant to be preserved?
Look at this. Do you see who is the one who just gave finger to all Muslims around the world? How you can understand those reading if the Quran meant to be preserved? You cannot. Did you hear it? How you can understand? Listen carefully, I'll play it again.
If the Quran is meant to be preserved.
Look, I'm saying
Without hadith. I'm saying, yeah, I've just said the Quran does not say that.
my criteria
No, hold on.
is Quran only.
I understand this, but here's the point. Now you have in front of you different readings of the Quran. You have Hafs and Asim, Warsh and Nafi' and others that are proliferated around the Ummah. How do you explain the differences in those qira'at if the Quran is meant to be preserved?
He is in the beginning, he said, the Quran meant to be in Arabic to make it clear. And now he is saying we cannot explain the clear Quran. Let us go back down again and type the word Arabic. Why Allah, He made the Quran in Arabic, chapter 12, verse number 2, so you may understand. What Muhammad Hijab, he said, so how you can understand without the hadith? What? Are you telling me that all the offer of Allah or the effort of Allah was in vain and Allah is so stupid author to the point that nobody understands what he is saying in his book unless we go to the hadith? Yes, that's what he said. And the Quran itself says, if this is a book made by other than Allah, you will find in it a lot of contradiction. Well, here we go. This is a massive one. We cannot understand the clear Quran. unless we go to the hadith. And just I don't wanna forget to mention to you that the stupid Muhammad, he said this. Read carefully, and this is authentic, by the way. Mimi Hijab, he said we accept the authentic hadith, right? This is authentic. This is Sahih Muslim. Do not take down anything from me, which means the hadith. And he who took down anything from me except the Quran, he should efface it. But Mimi Hijab saying, well, we cannot understand the Quran without the hadith, and Muhammad saying, whoever write the hadith, erase the hadith. Only write down the Quran. Do you see it? Now here to show you how stupid this religion is and the followers of it, their prophet just told them, don't write what I say, only if it's Quran. The Abdul, they start writing. The prophet says, don't take down anything from me. The Abdul, he just told you, don't write, don't do that. He just told the Abdul, don't write the hadith on the wall. The Abdul, he went to the wall and he started writing. Prophet of Allah, he said, don't write the hadith on the wall, because then we need to erase it. And because we need to erase it, we should not write it down. Okay, so why you are writing it down? He just told you erase it. Muhammad, he commanded them not to write any hadith. What the Abdul they do? They write, Muhammad said, don't write the hadith. And they continue writing hadith. And now we understand why Muhammad says to Allah, send me the Quran, more Quran, man. My people are so donkeys. They are so stupid. I mean, look at them. I just told them, don't write the hadith. They keep writing hadith. Not only that, they add the last one I told them, don't write hadith. They add it to the top of the ones, and they continue writing hadith. So now we heard from Mimi Hijab that you cannot understand the Quran without the hadith, but the hadith is not preserved. And Muslims, they disagree about it big time. Every Islamic sect have different hadith. This guy, he said he's a Muslim Sunni. He's a big fat liar. This guy, he have tons of videos bullying Muslims because they believe in hadith. Isn't it the hadith of a breastfeeding for adult is authentic? Muhammad Hijab denounced Aisha. Adult breastfeeding, Muhammad Hijab. Breastfeeding adult men in Islam. Muhammad making fun, Muhammad Hijab making fun of a breastfeeding for adult. But this is in the Quran. This is authentic hadith. Muhammad Hijab, he went and he was posting on Twitter, if you have the image, can I suck your wife tits? He said to a Muslim. Can I suck your wife tits? So in one hand, he is defending the hadith, the other hand, he is making fun of the hadith. And this is the authentic hadith. This is not just any hadith. This is authentic. Look at this guy, you know. Oh, what is that? This is a new victim. You know, this guy, he's making himself a sheikh. He's not even 21 years old. Tell us what you want to say.
Orientalists who mustashriqeen, who have sought to asperse our prophets and asperse Islam with the narrations of Aisha.
Oh boy.
With the narrations of Aisha and the likes of her.
Mm-hmm.
I see that it is important to present to you such topics and for the world to know the narrations to which Aisha fabricated against our Prophet's blessings be upon him and his progeny. For mostly I will be presenting to you, ladies and gentlemen, a series of tweets by the individual named Muhammad Hijab. I ask the Honorable Director
Obviously, this guy, the guy in the picture is not the guy is talking. I don't know who is this picture here. Here we go. Guys, look at this. So this is a Muslim. He is making a speech. And he is showing people how Muhammad Hijab make fun of the authentic hadith, which means he's making fun even of Aisha.
And the nipple is not fitna. Son, I see that it is important to present to you such topics and for the world to know the narrations to which Aisha fabricated against our Prophet's blessings be upon him and his progeny. For mostly I will be presenting to you, ladies and gentlemen, a series of tweets by the individual named Muhammad Hijab. I ask the Honorable Director to present some of the tweets which Muhammad Hijab expressed his concern regarding a fatwa, a verdict given by Albani, Nasiruddin al-Albani. He stated, "Can someone explain to me if it is the case Albani is saying that sucking a non-mahram's woman's breast to get milk is allowed and the nipple is not fitna? And if so, can we all admit this is one of the greatest mistakes of the noble Sheikh?" Here he says that this is a mistake. This verdict given by Albani with regards to
he's talking.
adult breastfeeding, which is an innovation by Aisha, which Islam is absolutely innocent of, is a huge mistake. The understanding of this fatwa is a huge mistake. And he goes on to say, so if Shaykhuna Al-Fadil Al-Albani can make a humongous mistake, such as this believing a grown man can suck the breast of a woman, and he thinks this will not cause fitna, why couldn't his praise of Shaykh Rabi' al-Madkhali and his tabdi' on other scholars on others not also be a mistake, or not also mistake like this? And here someone responded to him. Someone goes on to respond to him by the name of Umar Shanta or Shantala. And he says, I would love to see you refute the proof that Shaykh Albani uses to support his views on this matter. And here Muhammad Hijab goes on tangents, basically, not directly responding to the point, making some, let's say, inappropriate propositions, as you can see on the video, as you can see on the screen, where he tries to make a qiyas with regards to a woman and another woman behaving inappropriately.
Look at these guys. Look. I did not see that before. Did you see what Muhammad Hijab is saying? Did you see? What? Also, I have a question. If we operate on these usually depilate ways, what is the direct evidence that a woman cannot suck another woman's vagina? Oh, that's deep. That's really, really deep. I did not see that coming. Oh boy. This is Islam. This is the real Islam. Do you see this? Do you see the conversation? Do you see the level of conversation? Do you see how satanic? Do you see why it's garbage? Well, this is what their prophet told them. He told them that Allah told him. And here you notice the reason I mentioned this. Muhammad Hijab is going to the guy in the park to prove to him that we have to follow the hadith. Are you with me? So the video in the park, he is doing his best to prove to the person who believes in Quran only that you cannot believe in Quran only, you have to believe in the hadith. But this is hadith and he is making fun of it. And this is authentic hadith.
Or doing a certain action, which I will not mention on this show, individuals, if they want, they can read. He starts to make far propositions and inappropriate things, rather. Going on tangents, upset and not getting what he wants, he actually goes on to say, to put up a challenge for those who are trying to defend Albani by saying, can I, I'm going to read it directly so people can know. Can I, he says, this is Muhammad Hijab's words, can I suck your wife's, breast, let's call it.
Oh, let's call it breast. That is not good. Hey guys, this is Islamic program. Those are the Muslims between the bushes. So Muhammad Hijab in the park is trying to convince this Abdul here that, listen, we cannot understand the Quran or Islam without the hadith. But this is the same Muhammad Hijab making fun of the hadith. And this is authentic hadith. Do you see how hypocrite those Abdul? But the important for us, not only this is very filthy cult, stupid cult, what kind of God he will say to you, command women to give their breast to someone else so they can suck it? And what is the purpose? If you check, you will find that the Muslim believe that if a child, he was nursed by a woman when he was an infant, this child, he become like a son for her, so he cannot marry from her daughter. And she become like a mother. But this is only if he is a child. And the funny is that Islam is against adoption, but now you are adopting a son just by milk. However, the command here did not come for someone who is a child. It coming for a man. That a woman, she can give her breast to a stranger and he suck it. What for? Nothing. Because still he can marry her legally according to Islam. So what the point? Like if Islam says if you suck a woman's breast, she will become like your mama, which is very funny, you know. I mean, but this is another scenario. According to Islam, you can go right now and search. Adult breastfeeding does not forbid anything, which means the man still can have sex with the woman, and she is not forbidden for him. So what the purpose? And this is why this Muimi hijab is making fun of something he could not handle himself. He himself cannot handle, is so stupid, so he starts making fun of it. But he is the same guy trying to prove to the other guy that we have to go by the hadith.